So, cognitive biases. I just wanted to question you like, what is a bias? Any one of you? Yeah, please.
So it's a tendency and inclination of prejudice toward or against something,
Okay,
or
technically it is good. In a
even in
layman,
an imbalance that is unfair or unbalanced. This kind of things is influencing, like it can influence decisions, judgments, or actions without a person realizing or realization or leading or
uh,
subject things.
yeah, makes sense. Yeah,
Or errors in thinking. What in one verse you can tell that errors in thinking.
works. So, it's a bias is nothing but a kind of a psychological thing that which a user does, where they put themselves in a positive side, in a safe side. Let us say, one side there is a parents, another side it's a friend. So we used to bias to parents only, and one side it is a friend, and another side is an alien. Then absolutely we choose friend. So whatever the things that we do, our users do, our target audience do, they used to keep them in a safe side, and they want to accomplish the task. Generally, not only the UX designers, but also the people who are in the marketing side and the people who is going with a huge business were the most important one, that where they keep these biases in the mind and get onto the job. Okay, so bias is everywhere and it is like air. And the best part is, we even don't know if we are biased or not. Some of the cognitive biases are good and they are like mental shortcuts for making quick decisions, and some are really bad, and many companies use this as their advantage to trick and deceive the customers, just like Geo, what the Ambani did. Okay, so here we have 25 cognitive biases. What are they? How they work? How we literally can take them into our regular day-to-day life? Okay, that we will get to know. So every cognitive bias that what we experience here, which we already know, the only change is that we don't know there is a term called something which projects a situation which is well known for us. Okay, so initiating with anchoring effect will forward. Okay, so the first one, it shows anchoring effect. What it says, people tend to focus on single initial piece of information which influences how they estimate, value, and make subsequent decisions. Okay, so what it is, most of the people that what they think is like, they want to get the products whatever they need um, within a pretty affordable prices. Okay, for example, what it says, Amazon carefully places some preset amount options to influence the gift card amount that we're going to spend. You know, there is a thing that Amazon have these gift vouchers which consists of around $50, $25. Likewise, we can purchase them whenever we are going to some what we call these any in west, especially in the western side, the people whoever is attending in some parties, or they wanted to gift something, they can they used to give this kind of Amazon gift cards which is valid of around 25 to $50, $75, like that. So what it anchors the actual money. Okay, so what if you wanted to spend that money, you can spend within the Amazon and you can purchase the things. Okay, it literally encourages the people to spend more and more, not only the 25 to $50, but also it consists of 500 to $1,000 range also. Okay, so this anchoring effect is nothing but it Amazon is the best example that what they provide gift vouchers which is equal to the money what the users are spending. Okay, it even what we call like encourages the users to spend more and more to purchase these kind of a gift cards. Fine. And another thing, again, I am taking the example of Amazon itself, social proof. What are the products now? It is like holiday time in the West, and the people used to purchase lot of things because of Amazon deals which they have huge. Okay, but before they're purchasing, what the people do, for example, if they open any mobile phone, they'll scroll down and they will check the feedback of the users, how much the rating they got, and what are the comments they put for the product. Is that worth to purchase, or is that waste of money? Everything we used to conclude by checking into the customer reviews. Okay, customer reviews are the social proof. Look at this. The person who purchased these pods, okay, he thrown all the images here and also a comment on it. If it is good, follow to the people whoever purchased it, and if they have the better experience, then absolutely they'll give the good reviews. That motivates our that motivates us to purchase the same kind of a birds with the Amazon. Okay, so that social proof will let us to purchase the thing or to abort the plan. Okay, people are guided by other people behavior, so we can present the actions, beliefs, and advice of the crowd in a design to influence users. So that's the reason. Star ratings of products make great use of social proof. Not only the ratings, but number of people who have given ratings matter the most while deciding to purchase the product. Next one, bandwagon effect. We also call it as herd behavior. Okay, if there is a success in a particular business, the rest of the people who will get motivated by that also follow the same thing. Just like Swiggy and Zomato, Ola and Uber, and Redbus, Abibus, Facebook and Twitter, likewise. Okay. So in each and every particular domain, we have multiple products. Okay. Within the social media itself, we have Instagram, we have Twitter, we have Facebook, we have this one, Telegram. All comes under social media. And do you feel anything got, failed in any of them? No. Everything got success in it, right? So what bandwagon effects is the tendency to do or believe things because many other people do or believe the same. Okay, if there is any success what happened, that success literally motivates other people to do the same. Okay, it simply it referred as a herd behavior. Okay, if I open a Facebook account, if I was on a social media, it motivates rest of my friends also to open the same Facebook account. Fine, there is a business. Herd behavior. Why he says herd behavior? Herd of goats or sheeps. If you uh, change the direction of one sheep in that overall herd, and all the rest of the sheeps also will turn around. Okay, the same kind of a thing was followed by the people nowadays. Okay, next one, decoy effect. We also call it as asymmetric dominance effect. There will be three variants for each and every product. One is affordable and another is like which is unmatchable. Okay, well, let us say Tata, what Tata did is like Tata launched a new vehicle, Curve. The basic price of it is like 9 lakhs. For the 9 lakhs what he get, he don't get everything, just basic amenities of that. But there in the same Tata Curve there is another one which is top end. Okay, it costs around 23 lakhs, which it consists of each and everything in it, like luxury. Okay, so the bias here, the main bias is that what actually specifications which you have provided to one to another within the same product. Okay, what Apple do or the MacBook do? Apple used to launch one product every year, and that too with four variants. One is a basic and another is a ultimate. That's what we call as an asymmetric dominance effect. The decoy effect or the asymmetric dominance effect is a cognitive bias in which consumers will tend to have a specific change in preferences between two options when also presented with a third option that is but asymmetrically dominated. Here you can see the example. See, $1099, this one, and the second one is at $12.99, and it is a $200 more than this one, $14.99. So here it consists of more features compared to these two. Next one, Barnum-Forer effect. This is like it's a common psychological phenomena. Okay, so what it says is like the Barnum-Forer effect. It separates the advanced things with the rest of the things. I'll give you the example. Let us say Nike is providing around flat 70% offer. Nike in all their products. Okay, you shop at Nike and you're purchasing the products, but there is a category, there's a rack that it consists of some products where there is no scope of any uh, discounts for that. If you ask them, they say like it's a new wearable. So no one will put or give any discounts for the new wearables rather than outdated. Okay, that's what the Barnum Forer effect is. 70% offer is for all the products of the Nike which are unsold, which are old. Okay, but not for the new wearable. So he put all of them in one side, separate the new wearable to the other. Fine. The same phenomena was followed by Spotify also. What Spotify do you know? Now we're entering into the December. So in this overall year, whatever the new albums or whatever the new and successful songs were there, he will create an album and he'll just throw it into the application. Okay. So with that, you no need to search further. You just play that album, you will get each and every song in it. Okay. That's what. So it's a psychological phenomena, like where individuals give high accuracy ratings to descriptions of this personality that supposedly are tailored specifically to them, yet which are in fact vague and general enough to apply to a wide range of people. Here is an example. Spotify creates this playlist tailored for every user at the end of the year to show their favorite songs. It is a more personalized experience, but Shopify also manages to sneak up popular and generic songs in the wish list that the users haven't listed frequently before. Next one is scarcity effect. It's quite common in not only in the technical side, but also from outside also. Okay, scarcity effect. What it says. See, whenever a commodity's uh, the commodity's quantity was less, then absolutely the price hikes. Okay, for example, the tomato. There is a scarcity in a tomato in the market. Okay, then the price absolutely hikes. Okay, 1 kilo will go around 90 rupees. But the same tomato, if we have overflow of stock, then for the same 90 rupees, they will offer you around 4 kilo of tomato. Okay, so the same formula, it's a basic economics. The same formula was applied by the digital marketing executives also in the digital products like Amazon, eBay, and also Myntra likewise. I'll give you an example. Let us say in the Amazon, you're shopping for some particular shoes. Okay, but there is a shoe where it shows uh, one only one item available. If it shows like what the user feels, okay, only one item available means it was completely sold out. It's better we pick that one item. With that, there will be a chance of not to get fooled by the Amazon. Or the people will think like it's better we grab that one item rather than missing it. Okay. So after you purchase that, within a 1 day or within a few hours, again he'll put two items available for the same product. So don't you think that huge Amazon with the multiple warehouses in all over the world have only one item of that? It's a bullshit. Okay. So it literally motivates the user like what is available less. So it values high. That's what the scarcity effect. Scarcity. People assign high value to things they perceive as being less available. Okay. Whatever the products which are less available, people used to give a high value for that. Okay. So here he gave the example of IDF courses, but I gave a tomato as an example. Reciprocity effect. There are some websites, there are some applications. What they do is like they used to motivate the users to provide their information more and more. Okay, in return, what they do is like they'll offer something like a percentile of motivation or or kind of a money in return, like that. Okay, now I'm going to make you profiles in Naukri also. See, Naukri used to take all the details of the users. Okay, it has to show around 100%, 5% for image, 10% for email, 5% for photo. I mean, like mobile number. Likewise, all the details. Once it gets 100%, then it says like we got all your information. You get start applying for jobs. Okay, that comes under the reciprocity effect. People tend to return good deeds. So give users something useful before you ask anything from them. Next one is foot in the door technique. Excuse me. Yeah. Next one is a foot in the door technique. So what it is? Some products, or whenever I'm saying product, you assume that as a digital product, whether it is like a website or a mobile application. Okay. So Netflix, when it got launched in India, it is like around 2018, I think, 2018 to 2019. It went. I still remember that. It gave a huge competition for the Amazon Prime at the time. So when they have launched into India, people don't know. When the people know about one product, when it is cheap and qualitative, when it is affordable and qualitative, when it is famous and affordable and qualitative. Okay, Netflix is such kind of American product, right? So when they have launched in India, they have invested lots of money, crores of money, for the sake of promotions, for the sake of subscriptions, okay, for the sake of being attached to the public, because it's around 130 crore plus people that which we are in India, right? So what they did, 100% entertainment, 5 rupees for first 30 days. So it's a kind of a hook to the users. 5 rupees is just cheap. What they do is like they will let the user give their credit card or debit card details, and they will debit only 5 rupees from that for the first month. Then what about from the next month onwards? It goes around 699 to 1099 likewise. But the first thing is like hook, how to grab that user in as a subscriber. So foot in the door technique. So how we fish, we'll hook something and then we'll drop that onto the water. By looking into that, the fish comes out. I mean, how the process of fishing, the same kind of a thing that Netflix did for us. So this technique is a compliance tactic that aims at getting a person to agree to a large request by having them agree to a modest request first. The modest request is like 5 rupees per month. Enter. Come on, let's party. After 30 days, yeah, this is the right time that you have to pay around 1000 rupees for us now. Netflix used to give this offer just for 5 rupees. We get 1 month plan. That is a small bait, and once we give it all the card details and the transaction happens, we leave it as it is, and the next month onwards, we are charged the full amount. Okay. Next one, framing effect. So drawing different conclusions from the same information, depending on how the information is presented. See, uh, you have to observe something in lot of competitive products. Let us say Telegram, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, because Zuckerberg himself is the CEO of both the Twitter and the Facebook. You know that. Okay. So X, Twitter is now we call it as an X. Is CEO is Elon Musk, right? And another thing is a Telegram. All these three or all these four are social media only. But what is the change in them? There is a unique value which has added to each and every competitor. Okay. So that's what literally leads to get a crores and crores of business for them. Here, framing effect, what it says is like drawing different conclusions from the same information. All of those applications are social media only, same. But the conclusions, what it is giving to the users are different, depending on how the information is presented. So frames heavily influences our interpretations and conclusions by emphasizing certain aspects of a situation. So whenever we are entering into a new market, in a regular market, or when we have the competitors, then what is the grabbing thing that where you wanted to attract the customers? So what is the core value that which you are adding to the product that matters? Okay. Next one is IKEA effect. So IKEA, I hope you guys might know. IKEA is from Sweden or somewhere from the European countries only. Okay. So it's a thing that where you can afford from 10 rupees to more than 2 lakhs also within the same store. So what he says, the tendency of for people to place a disproportionately high value on objects that they partially assemble themselves, such as furniture from IKEA, regardless the quality of end product. Put the quality aside. Earlier to our home during our grandfather's time, we used to get the furniture which are like uh, they they are alive for ages. So for example, uh, there is a um, what we call some furniture which is made out of teak. Okay, its life is too high, more than 100 years like that. But do the people nowadays value them? No. Nowadays the people's mindset were like use and throw. Okay, that is the most important concept which put in a mind and developed the products out of IKEA. Okay, they're smart, they're beautiful, they're affordable, and they're worth to use, but not for ages. Just like there will be a time period or lifespan for something for that product, we can use them and we can throw it off, regardless of the quality of the end product. So that's what the IKEA effect says. Tendency for people to place a disproportionately high value on objects that are partially assembled themselves. Next one, loss aversion. So even we, for example, uh, we have a car with us and we are leaving the country. We are flying to United States. What do we do with the car? We're permanently switching to America. What do we do with the car? We'll put that in OLX or somewhere and we will sell it out in seconds, right? The same thing will Amazon also do. Amazon deal of the day. What they do is like they'll get some refurbished products, they'll refurbish it and they'll sell it for the affordable price to the people who are in need. Okay, that particular concept is called as a loss aversion. Okay, no people wanted to waste any product which is a more useful or else which is also better to use irrespective to their life. Okay, so people judge that the avoidance of loss as being more important than the acquisition of equivalent gain. If I purchase that for 10,000, if there is no use with that for me, then at least better to sell it off at least for 3,000. That's what the Amazon does. Okay, so Amazon deal of the day uses this technique effectively. Analysis paralysis. So it is also a UX law. I hope Sandeep might remember this. Okay, over analysis or overthinking is a kind of a cause where we can also say it as a lead to the paralysis. So we seriously don't get into the paralysis, but the thing is like never ever get into over analysis. Okay, choice should be uh, less compared to while we are making something. Okay, for example, if we're going to purchase a product, for example, you're going to purchase any mobile, just cut short the choice for that. Okay, you have Samsung, you have Moto, you have Apple. Likewise, we have plenty of companies which offer smartphones, but you put all of them on your head? No, pick only four brands. Okay, because it is easy for you to choose one out of that four. Okay, that is what reducing the choice overload. If there is a overload on your mind in the point of thinking, it leads to the entire cancellation of that concept. Okay, or deep thinking leads to cognitive load. Cognitive load means pressure on your mind. Got it? What analysis paralysis says? Over analysis or overthinking a situation or subject to the point that decision making is delayed. It is also sometimes referred to as choice overload. Apple mostly limits the variations of particular product to under 5. And moreover, every year only one version of the Apple only will get released from Apple, right? Because he always follows this bias like analysis paralysis. He don't let the users to get confused out of the products that what they're launching. Next one is choice supportive bias. So what is this? So Sandeep purchased iPhone 15 Pro Max and I purchased Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. Okay, so here what it says, Sandeep say that no, I don't like any further product rather than Apple because Apple is most smart, unique, and very secured. What I say, I don't say like, yes, Apple is good. I am, I don't have a mind, so that is the reason I chose Samsung. Do I do that? No. What I say is like, of course, maybe the Apple is good, but what the mobile I purchase is more smarter than Apple. because that is what the choice supportive bias says. We tend to over attribute positive features to options we choose and negative features to the options not chosen. Okay. Why I purchased the Samsung Galaxy? Because I don't like Apple. I don't like some of the features in Apple, right? That's the reason I chose Samsung. The same thing I will explain to the people who ask me also. I never support other person's mobile. That's what choice support. What you choose, the same thing you will support the same thing only. Okay, you don't degrade that because it is your choice. We tend to over attribute positive features to options we choose and negative features to options not chosen. It is also referred to as post purchase rationalization. Okay. Next one is authority bias. So it is also one of the important things. Why majority of the top brands used to get the dates of celebrities and let them promote their products, any idea why celebrities are picked up to promote top brands rather than laymen?
Because they will catch their popularity.
In brief.
Because if any celebrity like Deepika Padukone choose anything, like she's an icon of youth generation, so the youth will like attract particular this things, particular this product. So like Virat Kohli, so if he will like camp and start any campaign or anything or choose any product, it like people are thinking that it is a very use like very authenticated, truthful. The truthfulness will come because Virat has his own legacy. So this kind of biasness, of course, it will come. And this is my opinion.
No, that's true. Actually, the thing is that um, whenever we have been into this, so why the people used to motivate, promote the products, the celebrities, because they have huge fan base. Okay, there is a lot of fan base, and what happens is like that people will follow their hero or their sportsman, and whatever the products that they are promoting, they are good only. Okay, so there is no wrong of using that. So my hero says that to use this product, I purchase that and I use it. This is what happens. For example, Virat Kohli, he's the promoter of Rogan or he's the promoter of Nike or something. I feel like, yeah, Nike is the smartest international product. I'll just choose that because even Virat Kohli is the same. Okay, sometimes it goes wrong as well. Mohanlal is one of the film actors from Kerala. So what he did is like he just promoted one cosmetic product. One of the people from Kerala used that, and it didn't work with him. He filed a case on him, and he says that Mohanlal told that use this product. It is pretty good, natural, and I use it, but it didn't work with me, and I lost money. So do Mohanlal answer that? Okay, Sachin and Allu Arjun of Telugu film industry, they got a blank check to promote these gutka, pan masala or something, tobacco products. They didn't do it. They just ignored that and they said like, no, it is harmful for the people and we don't encourage that. I'm sorry. Okay, bias. Okay, authority bias. Whenever the Narendra Modi come for the Monkey Bath, everyone will shake. Okay, because what he says earlier it is a demonetization. Now what happens? Likewise, the people used to check. Okay, because he is the authority of whole country. CM is the authority of the state. Likewise, celebrities are people used to feel that the people whoever is promoting the product were like a kind of a people that who they admire. That is the reason companies used to promote their brands with the celebrities. Authority bias says that it is a tendency to attribute greater accuracy to the opinion of an authority figure and be more influenced by that opinion. So IDF is a great place to learn. I mean, yeah, put this example aside. Next one is von Restorff effect. So we also call it as a isolation effect. Okay, we also call it as an isolation effect. So when we are presented with multiple items which are similar, the item with any distinctive feature is the easiest to remember. I'll tell you in a easiest way. Whenever we are scrolling something like you search like mobile phones. When you start searching for that, in the middle you got some pods. You don't scroll at the time. You stop there and you used to check that pods, how good it is like that. Because that pods was isolated in the list of mobile phones. It is not like by mistake you got that. No, it's a pre-planned thing by the designer or the digital marketing person to imbibe that into this list. So whatever was isolated, the people used to look into that. It's eye catchy. Okay. So whenever I don't know whether you remember or not, in our school time, every for our birthday time, on the birthday, we used to go in the civil dress rather than the school uniform. The people whom even we don't know, they used to wish us like happy birthday because we got isolated as we wear the civil dress rather than school uniform, right? That's what the Von Restov was highlighting. When we are presented with multiple items which are similar, the item which are distinctive features is the easiest to remember. Okay, that's what as an isolation effect. Sometimes the marketing people what they do is like they used to bring up something which are not that going with the better sales and which is going with huge sales. They used to include that into a regular search what the users are going at. Next one, mere exposure effect. The tendency to express undue likings for things merely because of familiarity with them. It is also sometimes referred to as familiarity principle. So I told you during the 2018 or 2019 we got this Netflix into India. What Netflix did you know? Almost for more than 1 year or 1.5 year, they uh, they just purchase all the advertisement rights in the YouTube. They paid lots of money to the Google for the YouTube promotions and let every user get to know about the Netflix. How? For example, I'm just searching for trending politics in India. I play a video. Before getting that video, I used to get the advertisement of Netflix like didn't like that we used to get a music and around five seconds we can't skip that if I don't have an account with the YouTube. So I have to look into that 5 seconds. I have to spare my time to the Netflix. Likewise, all the people have to do the same. Whoever experiencing this thing. By the following the next time, when we thought like to watch some particular film, okay, which we got, which we have experienced that in the advertisement of the Netflix, we'll get to know that okay, it is there in the Netflix. Better take some subscription and we watch it. That is the idea of the Netflix. Okay, he forcibly uh, got familiar with the people. Now, our next option for us to watch a film will be the Netflix, right? That is another type of a business. Mere exposure effect. The tendency to express undue liking for things merely because of familiarity with them. It is also sometimes referred to as familiarity principle. So everyone who uses internet and mobile phones know Netflix by this time. But why they keep on advertising in many other platforms like YouTube? Because the more we see the ads, the more we become familiar. Next time we think of watching a movie, our immediate option could be Netflix. Next one is heuristic evaluation. When presented with multiple options, people end up choosing the option which is easy to process or that comes to the mind quickly. Okay, so what it says. Um, there is a choice which is whichever is the most easiest thing, that only will be chosen by the user. Okay, for example, we have typed the Bluetooth speaker. We got multiple links here down there, but user choose to click on this one only because it is easiest to go right. That's what, when presented with multiple options, people end up choosing the options which is easy to process or comes to the mind quickly. Fluency. Okay, fluency heuristic, nothing but influence. Whenever we have looked into that, whichever is like feasible and known thing compared to others, that is what can be clicked by the user. That is another kind of a bias. Next one, variable rewards. So you made some business in what we call this Flipkart, or you use this thing like what we call this one Google Pay. Earlier, Google Pay is very famous for transactions. You know why? Because in the Google Pay, whenever we do some transactions, online transactions, at an instant they used to give some variable rewards like voucher. If you scratch that, you will get 3 rupees, 5 rupees, like that. It motivates the user to do transactions within the Google Pay. But it got failed in the competition with Paytm and the Phone Pay. That is another thing. So variable rewards. The rewards that the user is going to receive is unpredictable. Uncertainty and anticipation makes the user hooked. Okay, we feel like we may get something more, better give. Casino and playing cards is such kind of a thing. Okay, so never ever feel like we'll get money pretty easy. It is just impossible. Even if you get them, they'll get spoiled as soon as possible itself. So what variable reward says is like, if you make some business with my product, then in return I'll give something for you for free. Okay, so slot machines are the great example. Even the casino and variable rewards which you get in the Flipkart and what we call this Google Pay is the best example. Flipkart e-commerce platform has the gaming zone where you can play games to win products in the platform. Those are products in different categories which varying prices ranges, which makes them more interesting and fun to play since it is similar to slot machines. Next one is zero risk bias. So what is a zero risk bias? You don't need to give me your credit card details. You don't need to give me your debit card details. You don't need to pay me anything. In return, I'll give you my website related features for you to use for 30 days. Enjoy it. After 30 days, if you felt like it is worth, it is good to have, then pay and use it. So here there is no risk for you. You no need to give your CC or any debit card details. Okay, there are very few products which you offer zero risk. Okay, people feel better and confident if the risk is completely eliminated instead of mere reduction in risk. For example, if you have a Mac, we have a tool called Sketch. If you download that, you can use for 30 days for a free trial in order to pay money for that. After that, you have to pay. Okay, it's the best example. Many products and services provide 1 month or 14-day trial period, but the message of no credit card required makes it a zero risk zone and removes the barrier to entry. Next one is restraint bias. What is this? So we might have complete some what we call this web series in a day or in a couple of days, even though the web series consists of 9 to 12 episodes in it, and each and every episode consists of around 50 minutes to 1 hour. Why we are completing them within a 1 day or 2 days? Why not we take 1 week? Because we have the common people have impulsive behavior, uncontrollable behavior. We feel like what's happening next. We definitely die if we don't look into the happening thing. Okay, even the Netflix know that. That is the reason he'll put like this. Next episode playing in 5 seconds. What we do? We'll click on that and we will watch it. Likewise, we'll complete the entire web series within a day. Okay, that's what restraint bias. Control. There is no control on anything in this world. Control is an illusion, according to the psychology. That's what literally bringing crores and crores of rupees to the Netflix, because he'll purchase some web series or something, and he will engage the people to watch into that. How many crores of people will watch that, and how many people are taking subscriptions of that? So there he used to earn loads and loads of money. Okay, restraint bias. It is a tendency for people to overestimate their ability to control impulsive behavior. An inflated self-control belief may lead to greater exposure to temptation and increased impulsiveness. Okay, Netflix autoplay is a classic example of restraint bias. Just one episode today ends up into a whole season. Default effect. When given a choice between several options, the tendency to favor the default one. We have the choice like entering your contact number, get OTP, verify. Enter your email ID, get OTP, verify. These two are the choice that I gave you to get the sign-in access. You know, 90% of the people choose giving contact number and get the OTP. Yes or no? For the verification purposes. Sandeep, Sumana, hello, you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So why the people were like, most of the people give contact number rather than email ID. May I know why? Any idea about that? Hmm?
We can contact directly rather than sending email. It is taking much time, right? Directly contact, it will not take much time.
Correct answer. So we have to open email and then we have to open the mail which we got in the inbox, and then we have to identify the OTP and get back to this frame and we have to upload it. So this is a huge flow rather than giving your contact number. Within the badges itself, you can see the notification that you got an OTP, and auto OTP generation is there for each and every mobile nowadays. It will apply automatically. We just give a click like continue. So that's the thing. Default effect. We have multiple choice for us to get inside, but whichever is the easiest, whichever is a known thing, that only will be chosen by the user. Okay. When given a choice between several options, the tendency to favor the default one. Distinction bias. It's quite common even if you purchase the Rolls Royce, which worth around 20 crore, or you purchase a kind of headphones, which worth around 10 to $15. You check with the color, right? You check with the color, or you check with the its capacity that it hold. Okay, likewise. So distinction bias is the tendency to view two options as more distinctive when evaluating them simultaneously than when evaluating them separately. The headphones are of varying colors. That is the only primary differentiator here. But when they are compared side by side, they makes a huge difference, and some are even priced more. When they're displayed as individual products, I'm sure we won't pay extra $5 for the color. Okay, distinction means compared to one to another, which one performs good or whichever is looking attractive that we choose, and in that distinction also there will be a price hike. Next one is Weber-Fechner law. So this is one of the most smartest and unidentifiable law by the common people. So we feel like whenever there is a DMart, okay, in India, especially in Hyderabad, okay, um, his net worth is around 50,000 crores by last month, which I got some stats. Okay, people say that we'll get the products very cheap in DMart, whatever it is, whatever the commodity, food, groceries, snack, or clothes, utensils, anything, everything which it where he have. Okay, so he says that everything that we get in DMart is cheap. So if we get everything pretty cheap in DMart, he he has to sell his one to two stores also, and he have to beg. But how he have around 50,000 crores rupees with him? I'll tell you. Difficulty in comparing small differences in large quantities. That is what the business formula for DMart. Okay, we will get into DMart to purchase one chocolate, but we will return back outside with the 1,000 rupees shopping list, because it attracts the people with a pretty and tiny purchase price in it. You know, the manufacturing price of a soap will be around 5 to 6 rupees. That's all. When it comes to distributions, it goes to around 11 to 12 rupees. But when it comes to the retail, it goes around 18 rupees. Okay, the commodity which we used to purchase. Okay, so what DMart do is like he'll directly commit with the manufacturing units, and he'll get all the bulk of entire material. Okay, and distribute into all his DMart stores, as it is just 6 rupees for him. But he know the value, that for what value uh, the soap is getting sold out to a customer. It's around 18 to 20 rupees. What he do is purchase around 10 soaps pack at a time, and the cost is like lesser than the regular, like 20 rupees discount on it. What we do, we're purchasing that, and we feel like we're saving around 20 rupees on that. Okay, but in another phase, we don't think that we are giving a bulk of business to the DMart at a time on that soap itself. If it is only soap, how about the chocolates? How about the toothpastes? How about the groceries? How about the vegetables? There is a lot. Okay, if I go only with 1,000 rupees shopping list, I'll come out with a 5,000 to 10,000 shopping bag. Okay, likewise, there is a lot of people giving business per day. That is the reason he earned 50,000 crores. Why I'm telling all this? That's what Weber-Fechner law. People neglect to shop around to save small percentage on a larger purchase, but will shop around to save a large percentage on a small purchase. Okay, we believe that we save a lot of money by purchasing a lot of material just within just 5,000. But the actual cost of to the DMart for that 5,000 rupees is just 1,500 to 2,000. That's all. The profit what he gain is 3,000. The profit what we feel is like 3,000, but it is an illusion. Okay, the result is with the DMart itself. Okay, that's what the Weber Fechner law. It was applied by each and every product nowadays in the market. That is the reason people say that business only gives huge money. Got it? And the next one is a serial position effect. People used to remember first and last in any given sequence rather than in the middle one. In the middle, okay. So you can observe even everyone knows who is the first in their class, who is last in their class, even in the 10th standard. Okay, but nobody knows if you ask them like tell around 15 to 20 ranks who the people are. Okay, the same thing we used to apply in the product designing also. Whatever is the most important things we put in the far left and the far right. Okay, the items near the end of a sequence are the easiest to recall, followed by the items at the beginning of the sequence. So items in the middle are the least likely to be remembered. Next one is Zeigarnik effect. So we don't consider completed tasks rather than uncompleted. Why we always think about uncompleted? Because they didn't complete it yet. We have to complete them and we have to go ahead. Okay. So Zeigarnik effect, it says that uncompleted or interrupted tasks are remembered better than completed. Okay. LinkedIn uses this effect to their fullest advantage in their profile page. Every time we open the profile page, it says the profile is incomplete as we are impulsive to complete the profile. Many sites use this tactic now. So these 25 biases, what is the use of them for the designer? Because we are the people, we design the products, smart products like mobile applications and the websites, for whom we are building for the common target audience, for common users. So they have the biases. They will look into each and every bit that where they used to save something out of the affordability that what they have. So to understand better way the mindset of the users, we should know these cognitive biases. There is no scope of getting any question out of this in the interviews also, but it will give us a better clarity. So what kind of the mindset that the users are having. Okay, that's all the concept for today. If you have any queries, you can ask me. I'm done with the concept. Sumana and Sandeep, any queries? Please raise.
No.
No. Sandeep, nothing. Cool. All right. I already shared this link with you on WhatsApp, and this recording will be available with you. Okay. So just go to them back again in the material, and you can try to match them with any of the mobile applications or the websites which you have experienced. Fine. From tomorrow, as usual time, 11 to 12. Okay. No change in that. We'll catch up. Chalo then. See you. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.